Right, teaching and learning community-wise, we've had a couple of meetings now at our Rights Respected School Award, and I just wanted to let you know where we are to date. We have achieved our recognition of commitment, which means we can use that lovely logo on all our letterheads and such like, so I'm sure that will be happening very soon. We've got a steering group of staff and students together. We've been working really closely on looking at the priorities of the school and the whole ethos of the award and how it can be filtered through. We've got 2 sets of charters that you'll see everywhere. There's one out for outside and there's one for inside classrooms, and that's to really promote the type of language that we want to be using in our classroom situations, in our dealing with kids, in our conversations about respect, and breeding that ethos about the way you react makes other people react to you. So if you react in a positive way, using that sort of language about respect, then it kind of comes back on you. And there's no argument when it comes to using these articles. If you take away somebody's right, they really do get very agitated about it, strangely. I've been to lots of different meetings at Feltham and Gloucester schools around the area. Lots of people are doing this award now, and they all feel that it's really helping their school to come on and to progress, and I think this is where we're going to be taking this. So, in action, we've been doing loads, all right? We're looking at the articles and extracting ones we think are most likely to use in lessons. So as we speak, and I have a little task for you later which I'll tell you about, we are going to pick our top 10, if you like, that we're going to use on a day-to-day basis to get the language used more, to get the kids looking at it more. And we're going to put some laminated articles together so that when you're planning lessons, it's easy to just pick one off the wall, slap it on your whiteboard, and be linking your lessons to an article, because they're so wide-ranging that actually you'll find lots and lots of lessons that we all deliver will include them in some way. They're all in our learning environments. The articles, there should be posters around the school. They are widely distributed, and Mr. Kelly is actually putting together at the moment some lovely posters that will be in key spots. So Article 24, the right to clean water by the water fountain. Simple things like that that just make it more prominent and make it a language that we're used to using and referring to.
Some of them are already up next.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah, so look out for them. I'll show you one later. We've planned it on Uniform Day, happens to be today, which has been a resounding success. And I'm so proud when I walk through reception and see all that food and the way that our children, our students have reacted to bringing in that level of support for our local community. They're so proud, actually. I'm really proud of them because I think it's lovely to see that, and to work in communication with lots of different schools in the area to do so will make a massive difference. I'm really pleased with that. Still in action. We're putting together with sixth form a You've Been Articled session. We'll be planning how they're going to deliver that. So basically it will just involve sixth formers dropping into tutor time and testing out an article on somebody, getting a response, and then they get a little sticker saying you've been articled. Displays are actively being put together by Helen Carter, the fabulous Helen Carter. And those displays will be in every curriculum area, and they need to be in every curriculum area because we need to be consistent across the whole school. This is something we all believe in. It's very practical, this award. There's nothing theoretical about it. I think we like working in theories, don't we, as teachers? But it's very pragmatic. Everything we do is to create that new ethos. And we have until the end of April to ensure we're ready for our level 1 status. So scary, but I think we will be well ready for it by the time they come in, okay? Especially with days like today, and people can see the difference it can make. So it's all good, and we will continue to actively promote the conventions of the right of the child. And then we say why. But I'm going to escape this, just because I don't trust it.
Words should make a big difference. Children are just plain wrong, and it should never be said that children are worth supporting. It is so clear we should exploit our children. I know people who say, put children to work, our economy relies on children. There are no excuses like children can be fragile and are valuable. We know that children consume too much and complain too much. You cannot believe children have rights. We must understand children are like a plague on our streets. Some people are afraid of them and say, listen to what they have to say. Children are the future. What? The world is turned upside down by children's rights, by the UNCRC. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child changes things.
The United Nations Convention on the Rights of a Child changes things. The world is turned upside down by children's rights, by the UNCRC. What? Children are the future. Listen to what they have to say. Some people are afraid of them and say, children are like a plague on our streets. We must understand children have rights. You cannot believe children consume too much and complain too much. We know that children can be fragile and are valuable. There are no excuses like our economy relies on children, put children to work. I know people who say we should exploit our children. It is so clear that children are worth supporting, and it should never be said children are just plain wrong. Words should make a big difference.
And I think that's really powerful, actually. I quite like that. Because it is that question of, people, why do we want to do this? Why do we want to carry this through the school? And it's for those very reasons, actually, because we all believe that. We're all quite shocked by the first turn of that, and then we go, actually, no, you're wrong. So this makes it happen. This makes it happen. This makes our children more aware of their rights as they enter the wider world, and that's really important. But it is all about us, like I've said in the staff meetings previously. We designed this. It took us ages, actually, and we designed this and we sat down over several meetings and we came up with a little puzzle, and we came up with a little shape. And it all does fit together, and with one bit missing it doesn't work, so we all have to work together to make this so. These are the types of things you're going to see around the school more. And I would ask you, if you stop in a corridor, for example, Article 31 does apply to this quite a lot, as we see people barging down corridors or whatever else occasionally, and we ask them to stop, and then we contemplate our right to do this, and then actually how are you taking that right away from somebody? They do have the responsibility to make sure that we all have that. So this is something that I think will just absolutely reinvigorate the culture of our school. So, it's not all about us, like I said, it's about students as well. So I do have a little takeaway task for you, because it's a bit of a favour really. We sat down in our teaching and learning community the other night, and we thought, right, where are our top 10 articles? Where are the ones that we're going to focus on right now? There are others, and we can feed them in, but where are our real priorities that we can use daily in school? And we came up with 10. But children might not agree with this, our students might not agree with them, so I'd ask you if you could take them back to your tutor group and discuss these articles with them, and say, do you agree? They can look at them, they've got them all on the green sheets that they had at the beginning of the year, so everybody should have a copy of all the articles. And I would like them to go through them and say, do they agree with us? If they don't agree with us, I'd quite like to know which ones that they'd rather have in there, and then we'll look at a different top 10. But because it has to be agreed by all of us. So if I can ask you all to have one of these, and that is pretty much it from me today. So I'm going to hand over this. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support with everything, because I think it's great. Yeah.
I haven't got a tutor group in this,
But you can
I've got one for myself.